Good morning. This is our 9 a.m. streaming newscast on WGRZ-Plus. I'm Melissa Holmes, and we're beginning with breaking news this morning. Any moment now, we are expecting to hear from the Department of Corrections. Officials will update us about the ongoing strike involving thousands of corrections officers across New York State. They sent us this Zoom link just within the past hour. The news conference is scheduled to start at 9 a.m. and while we wait for it to begin, we want to give you a timeline of what has unfolded this past weekend. The state and the union representing the striking corrections officers agreed to a tentative deal late Thursday night. The officers were told that they're expected to return to work by first call at 6:45 a.m. on Saturday, March 1st. However, many corrections officers remained on the picket line saying the deal was disrespectful. Well, later that day, this text message went out to the COs. It reads in part, quote, correction officers and sergeants who do not return to work will receive health insurance terminations tomorrow. Speak to your dependents about making alternative arrangements for coverage. Termination of employment notices will begin Sunday. And then yesterday, on Sunday, the Department of Corrections released this statement. It says, quote, today we are forced to take action to enforce our laws and collective bargaining agreement. Terminations of officers who have been AWOL for more than 11 consecutive shifts have begun. And Two on Your Side has learned that healthcare terminations will be dated once again from the start of AWOL. This comes as the strikes enter their second week now. And with these new ultimatums, we're closely watching whether thousands of officers will remain on the picket line. Retired workers we spoke with over the weekend say current employees have to be willing to play the long game.
I think it shows a lot of strength, a lot of solidarity. We joke and laugh about solidarity, and this is going to be the test. This will be the test, who's got solidarity and who doesn't. Everybody's in the same boat. I mean, I'm fortunate, I'm retired, that's the only reason I'm on TV. But everyone's got kids, everyone's got someone that's sick, everyone's got a mortgage, car payment. So, I can't blame them for being worried.
Now, the Department of Corrections says it will seek fines and imprisonment for COs and sergeants who continue to participate in the strike. And this is a story, of course, that we will continue to follow throughout the day. You can also stay up to date on the latest information at WGRZ.com. Well, news since daybreak. We are trying to learn more information about this house fire on Wyoming Avenue. The fire was already out by the time our crews got there, and we have reached out to the Buffalo Fire Department to get more details, and we'll update you as soon as we learn more. Now, once again, we are waiting for a 9 a.m. press conference that was just scheduled not too long ago. We got the information about 8 o'clock this morning that there would be a 9 a.m. Zoom conference by the Department of Corrections to update everyone about the strike and where things stand this morning. We're still waiting for that Zoom to get started, and once it does, we will stream that for you live right here on Daybreak Plus. But as we're waiting for that, what better thing to do than talk about the forecast?
I'll take it.
The start of March, Kev, and we are starting so cold in March. You said it was the first March 20-degree coldest March day in 6 years.
Yesterday was our coldest March day in 6 years. You pay attention.
I do.
Thank you very much.
I try a little bit here and there.
Yesterday we were, hold on one second, let me get the antibacterial.
Okay.
I'm under the weather.
He's drinking Pedialyte, and he's, oh, thank you.
No problem. Don't touch.
Wearing the mask too.
Don't touch the remote. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I should have fist bumped you rather than high fiving.
I'll get the whole. I'll show you the whole thing. I got the mask. I get the whole.
Everyone is sick right
Pedialyte.
now. The kids.
Can I tell my wife?
Sienna and her germs, and all kids and their germs.
I think she got like two back-to-back colds. I think she got one from the kids at school, and I think she got one from me too. Right. Because she went downhill again. My wife and
she's sick.
My poor wife is delirious now, sleep deprived with my daughter just being sick and up all night. So, okay, so let's talk about happy things.
Okay.
Yesterday was our coldest March day in 6 years, but things are looking up.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to get into the 50s, but now we got to talk about potential ice jam flooding. We're taking a look at, but that's nothing new for this time of year.
No, it could be worse. It's going to be a half inch of rain. The rain's not going to be problematic. And the National Weather Service, they issued a flood watch, which is good. It's their job. But the one thing that I don't like about their flood watch is because it's sort of clumsy because it goes over the whole area. Like here's a flood watch. It's like this
for all of Western New York.
This is the flood watch. We're not all getting flooding,
No.
but area streams. So this is where my job now is to just explain that area streams. Go ahead. Let's name them. Let's name 5.
Tonawanda Creek.
Okay, go ahead.
Cass Creek.
Yeah.
Ellicott Creek.
Ellicott Creek. Cayuga.
Cayuga. There you go.
Cattaraugus.
Very good.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
This is your job.
I got them all. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go over here and get ready for this. Again, the breaking news about the updated Department of Corrections press conference coming up. As soon as that happens, we'll leave you, Kevin. We'll take the breaking news.
There you go. Awatka Creek, Buffalo River, also prone to ice jam flooding, and that is the concern with the flood watch issued by the National Weather Service. It's not going to be the aerial flooding, aerial not meaning up in the air, and not the mermaid. Aerial, A-R-E-A-L. It's not going to be area-wide flooding. There will be some areas. I live close to Ellicott Creek, Harris Hill area, and sometimes you see some backyards inundated with water there, and it may happen again to my neighbors down the street. So future look now to take you through your day today. We're going to make it into the 30s today. Won't that be nice? And it's not going to be windy today as well. A little bit more, I would say, a little bit more cloud cover for the first part of the day, and we're going to end up mostly sunny. So variable clouds today. No problematic weather. There are no weather impact alerts from the National Weather or from Storm Team 2. And the only watch, the only weather watch is the flood watch from the National Weather Service, just to give you a heads up for some ice jam possibilities. Tomorrow, again, maybe just a passing shower. It's going to be mainly dry tomorrow with cloudy skies. We do make it to 50, and the real rain arrives pre-dawn, 4 a.m.-ish on Wednesday. You're stuck with me all week. And we'll be tracking the rain for you on Wednesday. The temperatures do make it into the 50s. We can't even rule out a March thunderstorm on Wednesday. And again, about a ½ inch of rain is expected. 34 degrees today, partly cloudy skies, 28 for the overnight. Not freezing cold. Now, today was another cold bus stop day for the kiddos. Tomorrow, not so much. It'll be around the freezing mark. Maybe a spotty rain shower. That's about it. We'll make it to 50 tomorrow with cloudy skies. Again, rain starting around daybreak. Actually around when the show Daybreak is on, about 4:30, 5 o'clock Wednesday, the rain arrives. On the back side of the system, then we get cold air introduced, which can bring out some snow, maybe a coating to a ½ inch for you on Thursday. And then we're not going to fall back to yesterday. Yesterday was a high of 22. We're not going to get there again, okay? We're going to get to around 20 around 30 or so. For a few days in a row. And again, this is my bold prediction. I said it, I'm going to say it again. I don't think we're going to get a high of 22. We're done now through Thanksgiving. I'll buy a coffee if I'm wrong.
Wow. So until next fall, winter-ish area.
We're done because it's going to be really, because we're going to be above average for the next couple of weeks. We're going to be above average. And then we're on to late March.
Yeah.
It's really tough to get a high of 22. It's tough to get, for instance, we were 10 degrees yesterday.
Yeah.
We're not going to get 10 degrees again till after Thanksgiving. And I'll buy a coffee if I'm wrong.
Oh, that would be amazing.
All right.
And St. Patrick's Day revelers who are hearing that it's above average temperatures for around parade time, they're very happy about that.
Yeah, remember the epic 70-degree parade, shorts and T-shirt? Yeah.
That was, what, 2017?
I know it was longer.
Longer than that?
Yeah, it was longer than that.
Never mind.
Yeah, I'll look it up. But that was an epic, if you're not from the area. Actually, all throughout the Northeast, there was an epic week of weather where it was in the 70s. So
the picture of us at the walking with Channel 2 in the parade, and we were all in shorts and T-shirts, and it was just amazing.
We're not going to get there, but we should be above average a couple weeks from now.
Okay, very good. Well, what's not above average is the Buffalo Sabres. Yeah, they lost 2 in a row, and they're looking to avoid getting swept by the Canadiens tonight. In 3 games this season, the Canadiens have outscored the Sabres 17-8 and have won each contest. And then the last game was Saturday at KeyBank Center, and the Sabres lost 4-2. And here's what Coach Lindy Ruff had to say about the team's losing streak to the Canadiens.
0-3 against them. I mean, both games here were right there for the taking.
We handed both games away. You go look at the last one we gave away. We gave this one away. And frustrating for sure. Thanks.
Short, not too sweet there,
What does Pete say? I'm going to talk to, yeah, what does Pete
Yeah, because Pete is our hockey guru. I don't know. Score more goals? Score more than the other team?
Did Elliot into the Sabres?
Elliot does love the Sabres. And his birthday is this week. There was, when the Sabres were really bad, two seasons ago, we had his birthday party at the Sabres game because the Sabres were so bad, the tickets were only $10.
Oh.
You can't have a kid's birthday party for that inexpensive. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to say about the Sabres this season. But I was hosting the Make-A-Wish Gala on Saturday, and one of the live auction items was a suite to a Sabres game.
Okay.
Fortunately, it was for next season, so it went for a little bit more money since people are hopeful that like next season they've got to be better than this season.
They need to do something. Like there are a bunch of likable guys on the team.
Yeah.
I like Peterka. I love Rasmus.
I love that Untucked is local.
Yeah, fantastic. Tuck's a Syracuse kid. Dreamed of being the Sabres. Loved Rick Jeanneret growing up. They're a bunch of likable guys, but they need to do something. And once they get going, man, Buffalo will rally around them. But this is the longest drought in NHL history now.
Yeah, and it's painful, but it's still hopeful, and there are a lot of games left, and they're playing, you know, every other night essentially until the end of the season. But it can be frustrating because they could, you know, be up by 3 and then easily lose it in the third period.
Yeah, but in the meantime, get your tickets, root on the good guys.
Sure, absolutely. And we are also celebrating, as we just mentioned, the Make-A-Wish Gala. It happened in Niagara Falls at the casino on Saturday, and it is the nonprofit's biggest fundraiser of the year. The event helps dreams come true for kids who are fighting critical illnesses. 270 kids right now are waiting for their wishes to be granted. And thanks to that event, $510,000 was raised, and that's enough to grant more than 300 wishes.
Buffalo is the city of good neighbors. This celebration of our mission for everyone to come out to make the auctions possible and this great event. We have over 600 people tonight celebrating the mission and supporting kids in our community.
I was happy to MC it once again this year. It was such a beautiful event and just really inspiring speakers as well. This young man named Maddox, and he had his wish granted to go to Alaska, and he brought his entire family with him. It's so much more than just a trip or an experience. It helps them have the light at the end of the tunnel as they're going through their cancer journey or whatever journey it may be with whatever illness they're fighting. And then a little girl named Maria, she is BFFs with her friend Savannah, and they are fighting cancer together. They became best friends, through chemo.
Unbelievable.
And now they found out that they are going to Disney together. Now they were both supposed to be there, but Savannah is admitted back into the hospital, so we're all crossing our fingers.
How old are they again?
They're 4.
Oh.
And they are just the sweetest girls, and their parents were there. Their parents are now best friends also. But to think of these 4-year-olds fighting for their lives, and now knowing that they can just go to Disney and not think about the needles and the doctor's appointments and everything that goes along with it, but just be little princesses going to Disney.
What's your favorite part about the event?
Hearing those stories and then seeing the community support. Natalie Builders was recognized. They have donated $250,000 to Make-A-Wish since 2005 by building homes and then donating a huge portion of the sale of the homes to Make-A-Wish. And so everybody there has a reason for being there and supporting the local children in our community who want their wishes granted. And so all of the volunteers, thank you so much. It was such a beautiful event.
And who are you wearing?
I always get my gowns here from TT New York.
Oh, very nice.
Shopping local.
I didn't know there was an answer.
They're not paying me to say this, but they are a local store, and I love supporting local, and they have the most beautiful gowns. And so,
well, there you go.
It was fun. It was a great night. Lots of good dancing. DJ Jixter was there. Sal Capaccio did the live auction, and one of the live auction items was 2 tickets to next year's Super Bowl in San Francisco, 100 level seats.
Wow.
3 nights hotel, and it went for close to $25,000.
That's outstanding.
Awesome, and you're hoping the Bills are going to be there. I mean, that would be incredible. And then there was one silent auction package, which was a behind-the-scenes daybreak experience where you get to, I don't know why they're paying for this, but they get to wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and come here and hang out with Pete and Patrick and me and you and Natalie and all the behind-the-scenes people, see how we put on the show, play on the green screen, learn how the weather works, maybe show up here on the stream with us.
Sure.
And a group of wonderful people paid $1,000 to do that.
That's wonderful.
Get that. So we're excited to have them come, and thanks for, and all of that money goes to Make-A-Wish. So again, it was a really beautiful night. We are still waiting for that stream to begin, with the Department of Corrections updating us on the strike and what's happening as we're entering, week 2. So we will be right back and bring you that. All right, welcome back to the stream. Hollywood's biggest night saw a very small budget film come away with top honors at the Academy Awards last night. Mark Barger has some of the highlights.
Honora.
A gritty comedy about an erotic dancer's marriage to the son of a Russian oligarch dominated Sunday's Academy Awards. Best Picture among its 5 wins.
I want to thank the Academy for recognizing a truly independent film.
Honora. Sean Baker!
The film also brought individual honors to Sean Baker for directing, editing, and original screenplay.
Mikey Madison.
While the film's star scored a mild upset in winning Best Actress.
This is a dream come true. I'm probably going to wake up tomorrow.
Honora's success caught the attention of Oscars host Conan O'Brien.
I guess Americans are excited to see somebody finally stand up to a powerful Russian.
Best Actor went to the star of The Brutalist,
Adrian Brody.
His win 22 years ago made him even more appreciative.
It can all go away. And I think what makes this night most special is the awareness of that.
In the supporting categories, an emotional Zoe Saldana saluted her family after winning for Emilia Perez.
Everything brave, outrageous, and good that I've ever done in my life is because of you.
And Kieran Culkin's win for A Real Pain could mean 2 more kids for him and his wife, Jazz.
Oh, she said, I will give you 4 when you win an Oscar.
A show that began with rousing performances by the stars of Wicked also included a lengthy standing ovation for LA firefighters.
He's on down the road.
And a tribute to music and film producer Quincy Jones.
When we talk about black excellence, we're talking about Quincy.
While Morgan Freeman supplied a poignant moment honoring the work of Gene Hackman.
He received 2 Oscars, but more importantly, he won the hearts of film lovers all over the world.
A love shared for Sunday's Oscar winners. Mark Barger, NBC News.
Hi, everybody. So here's what to expect today. Again, more clouds and sun to start the day, but partly cloudy by the end of the day. March is usually kind of breezy, but today won't be. Temperatures will make it into the low to mid 30s, depending on where you are. For your day tomorrow, additional cloud cover, maybe a spot shower in the morning, but for the most part, a dry day for our Tuesday. Temperatures making it to around 50. The real rain arrives pre-dawn on a Wednesday and hangs around about a ½ inch of rain or so is expected. And again, a flood watch has been issued by the National Weather Service. So we'll get you the latest on that. And again, temperatures into the mid 50s for your Wednesday. Melissa?
All right, Kevin, thank you. And we will take you now to the live stream of the Zoom with the Department of Corrections updating us on the striking situation with corrections officers in New York State.
Successful and recognizing the hard work the men and women do across the state and the difficult jobs of our correction officers, we agreed to enter into mediation with an independent mediator to get a better understanding for the issues surrounding what our staff were saying, both on the line and through their union representatives. One of the focuses was really to move away from having staff work 24-hour shifts and provide a healthier and safer work environment. Some of the concerns that were raised by staff through the mediation process, while legitimate, fell outside of the mediation scope because it impacted laws that we had no ability to change. After a number of days of mediation, the independent mediator issued a consent award, binding on both parties, but predicated on staff returning to duty so we could then move forward with signing that award. The consent award touches on a number of aspects, but really focuses on the health, well-being, and safety of the workforce, with much more work to continue once staff return to duty. Upon issuance, the state leveraged a number of communication strategies, including robocalls, setting up websites, using our social media platform to push out the message of the contents of the consent award, as well as the impact of continuing to engage in the illegal strike. While the consent award is a good starting point to return people to work, it is only the beginning of having a continued conversation with the frontline staff who come to work every day in our correctional facilities. Since the issuance of the award, we've had staff return to duty, and we've resulted in reducing the number of facilities that are currently participating in the strike from 38 to 32. Those facilities that are no longer on strike are Greenhaven, Fishkill, Shawangunk, Hudson, Taconic, and Sing Sing. We thank those staff returning to the workforce. However, a large number of staff across the state continue to remain on strike, with more staff returning to duty each and every day, but it's not allowing for us to implement the consent award and continue our ongoing dialogue. Since the beginning of the strike, I have traveled across the state and had an opportunity to speak with frontline correction officers to hear directly from them what's concerning them, what specific safety concerns they've had, and how do we move forward in a path to have a safer work environment. Since that time, I've been able to issue additional policies outside of the mediation agreement that is going to continue to draw safer prisons and hopefully return staff to the workforce. Correction officers have a difficult job, let alone being understaffed. I see firsthand the impact it's had on correction officers and their families, and I want to make sure that we continue to have this conversation as they play a vital role in public safety to this state. In order to continue this dialogue, though, we really need our staff to return to the workforce so we can operate safe facilities and provide safety to the surrounding communities. We will continue this dialogue, and I know together I am committed to making change to make our facilities safer and provide a work-life balance for the hardworking men and women that report to our facilities each and every day. They've been heard, and I'm committed that together we can make a safer prison system.
Thank you, Commissioner Martuscello. My name is Jackie Bray. I'm the Commissioner of Homeland Security and Emergency Services. I want to take everyone through a detailed timeline of the last 14 days and then talk through the further actions that the state is forced to take today. This strike started on Tuesday, February 17th, and it grew between the 17th and the 19th. Governor Hochul issued an executive order mobilizing the National Guard into our prisons on the 18th, and the Erie County Supreme Court issued a temporary restraining order ordering our corrections officers and sergeants back to work on the 19th. On the 20th, Commissioner Martuscello issued a memo offering anyone on the line amnesty to return to work, rescinding a staffing memo that predated the strike, and offering other important measures to put the prison system back in normal operations. On the 19th, we also agreed to mediation with an independent mediator. We began mediation in earnest on the 24th.
And again, that's the Department of Corrections. They're updating the media and the public about the latest in the ongoing strike negotiations, trying to get thousands of striking corrections officers back to work. They said of the more than 40 state prisons that were on strike, there were 38 that were on strike of the 40 prisons. That's down to 32. But again, they're urging workers to get to work. If you want to continue watching the stream, you can stream it in full on our website, WGRZ.com.